everybody, and welcome back to MrMFretwell Plays Minecraft. And in today's episode, I think it's finally time to get the enchantment table going. So, after a number of episodes preparing and gathering the different supplies, now is the time to actually put together the enchantment table and do some experimentation with it, seeing as it has changed since I last enchanted something. So, following the last episode, I did get enough books to make the enchantment table and the bookshelves. I have some wood here when I was harvesting the trees to get the different saplings, so we have plenty of wood. So I guess the first thing to do is to make the actual enchantment table. Excuse me. And we'll go ahead and I'm probably not going to use the birch wood, so if I do this, and I do that, and then I put the books in the middle, we get the 15 bookshelves, and we get the achievements too. So where should I put down this enchantment table? I guess, maybe right here. And I just kind of need to get this down for now, rather than worry about where exactly it's going to go for good and final. So there we go. So I've never enchanted with the 1.8 mechanics before, so I don't know how this works. So let's see. So you need lapis. I think I have some lapis. Yes, I do. So, what happens if I throw a lapis in? I can enchant this pickaxe with 1 lapis, and that will give me efficiency 2. That'll also give me efficiency 2, and that will give me fortune 2. So what happens if I do this? Unbreaking, efficiency, fortune. Breaking, efficiency. Okay, so the thing stays the same, essentially. And the levels stay the same consistently as well. So this enchantment never changes, I assume now. And it's 1, 2, and 3 respectively. Okay. So what would happen now? Okay, I can put my sword in and I would get potentially... I assume this here is the enchantment that you do get. That is guaranteed. Or is that what you might get? Is that what the question mark means? I don't really understand this. It's not entirely clear. Is that what I might get? Or is that what I will get? I mean, it would make sense to me that that's what you would get. I don't know. I don't want to do my diamond pick. I do know that. I don't want to do my diamond pick. I would rather hold out for maybe fortune 3, if I'm understanding that correctly. So let's enchant an iron pick to start things off here. And let's see what we would get by doing this. But now that's fortune 3. But if I put the diamond pick in there, it is only fortune 2. So the enchantments differ depending on what grade of item you put in. That's interesting. Well, it's worth it to me to try it out. So this is going to use my 30 levels and the 3 lapis, and that will hopefully give me fortune 3. I don't know. Let's hope. Ooh. Wow, that's a good pickaxe. And what happens now? Okay, so these have changed. What about the sword? That's changed as well. So when you enchant something then you reset the enchantments. Efficiency 1, efficiency 2, silk touch. See, these are the same now. That's interesting. I wonder if that's just luck or... See, this is the same too. I wonder if that's just a luck-based thing. What about a stone one? That's the same. Flame power. Well, how many levels do I have left here? I have 34. That doesn't make any sense because I spent 30 on this here. Let me read this again. 3 enchantment levels. Oh, okay, I get it. So, this here, what this means is you need 3 lapis, and it takes 3 levels, but you need 30 to do it. Don't really want to do Unbreaking, though. Oh, that's already enchanted. Do I want to get a Silk Touch pick, or do I want to do something else? Looting, Bane of Arthropods for the sword. For the bow, power or flame? I don't know. I kind of want to do a sword. See, the looting I could combine up with something later, because there was that villager that was doing looting books. What do I have here in terms of supplies? Let's get these sticks. 7 diamonds. So I could do a sword. That would put me at 31, so I could probably do one more after that. I think I'm gonna go for it because I know that there's a lot of diamonds that I'm to fortune. So let's try and do this. If I put 16 levels on this sword and I do looting 1, let's see what we get. Oh. Let's pretend that didn't happen. So now, what happens here if I put my diamond pick in? Fortune 3. Well, I would want to get that then. What about the sword? Unbreaking still. The bow. Power 4 now. About an iron pick. Fortune 3. And the shovel. Much the same. What about an axe? Okay. So the axe differs from the shovel, but it looks like the shovel and the pick share the same enchantments. So let's try this. Wow, that's a pretty good pickaxe. It's a lot better than this one. I'll probably use this one sort of as a next pickaxe after this. But this is going to be my go-to pick, for sure. So now I assume we're at 29. If I try and put... Yeah, we don't have enough. You need 30 levels to do that. Same with that. What about this here? Efficiency 2. Now the next thing I want to... Excuse me, I'm a bit dry-throated it seems. Next thing I want to try here is armor. Projectile, protection, and unbreaking. So that's different. The chestplate is different to the helmet. The pants are different. Okay, so all the 4 armor pieces are different. What I actually want to try and do now is let me get my chestplate here. Projectile protection. See, that's only going to take 2 levels, but that's going to give me projectile protection 3. So that seems like a good deal. You see, projectile protection 1 or projectile protection 3. There's a big difference there. What about the bow? Unbreaking. Well, let's go for it, seeing as we're learning here. Projectile protection 3. What about the bow now? Power 3. Power 4. Power 1. They need 2 lapis for that. Okay, power 3. I don't want to mess with that right now. What about this here? Efficiency 2. Well, let's do the rest of the armor. Let's see what we can do with that, because it's going to be important. Protection 2 or protection 1? Protection 2. Protection 1 or fire protection. Let's go for the protection on that. And the boots. Protection or projectile. I already have projectile on the chest plate, but I'm thinking that might give me... Well, that's only 8, so probably not. So let's just do these and do that. We have 6 lapis left. And the pick... I could get Unbreaking 3 on an iron pick. That seems worth it to me. If I have enough levels. Get another Unbreaking pick going. Make an iron one here. And try that out. Unbreaking 3. Needs 16. Wow, another good pick. Silk Touch. That's cool. Efficiency 2, Silk Touch, Unbreaking. Sharpness and Knockback. It's very interesting. I'm not totally sure that I understand this, but I get the basics of it. The other thing I didn't check was whether the amount of bookshelves you have now actually increase the level beyond 30, but I don't think it does. I might pull up the wiki here and see about this to see what I should know. It doesn't say anything with regards to actually putting an item in the table, and let's pretend this lapis doesn't exist for a second here. If this was 1.7, the enchantment system hasn't changed from what I'm reading. However, the lapis and the levels is what's changed. So you need lapis to enchant now, obviously, and it only takes that amount of levels, and you need a certain requirement. But I'm also seeing here that the experience points are scaled differently now, so you need more experience points than you did before to make that work. So let me know if you think I'm missing anything, but I'm not sure, really. I'm going to have to delve into this a little bit off camera, I think, to try and understand it a bit better. Because there's a lot here about anvils and all this other stuff that I'm not particularly familiar with anymore, so I guess well, we've done enchantment stuff now, so I guess why don't we get on with something else here. So what I was thinking is well, there's two things I really need to do. I need to get a farm going for food and things like that long term once I run out of steak here, and I also need to work on sort of improving the staircase situation. What would I prefer to do? I think I would prefer to build a bit of a farm, maybe try out some of my new picks. So where would be a good spot for the farm? Maybe behind the enchantment table here, possibly. I kind of don't want it right in the middle of the road, although sort of room is kind of limited, isn't it, really? I'm gonna have to pick a spot for this, I think, because we're also going to need a whole brewing situation and stuff later down the road, so let's go ahead and build the farm over here for now, and just kind of see where we can go from there. And while we do this, I guess we will do a bit of a time lapse, maybe. Or a cut. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so that took longer than expected, but we have a little bit of a farm going now, and I can whip myself up a hoe really quick, and I believe I have some seeds in my chests here. We'll want some potatoes. I'm gonna have to go up and get some carrots, and we'll also plant some melons and pumpkins, I guess. So let's make ourselves a little bit of a wheat farm. Then we'll get the potatoes down there. These will be carrots. And we'll have a couple melons and pumpkins in there. So that'll do for now, as far as the farm is concerned. May need to expand that a little bit later. Now, while I was working on the farm there, I actually passed something along the way. I saw some coal, and I'm thinking I might want to give it a try mining it with some fortune. So I'm also going to make some arrows for my bow really quick here. Does this have... yeah, it has power 3. So if we make ourselves some arrows, that should be handy. Put this feather away. On the way back, I killed a bunch of chickens from our expedition last time out. So that was kind of handy. I'm hearing a weird sound. I'm not really totally sure what that is. Might be something in the room, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of creeping me out, though. Alright. So let's get wood away. We don't really need this wood. Or this wood. Or the hoe. It goes in my tools over here. I still can't get over that sword. Anyway. What are we going to do now? Okay, yeah, the coal. I want to see if fortune has changed at all from last time. Let's see. So down here in this ravine is some coal, right here. I guess we'll mine the whole vein. Seems like it might be less. Maybe it was just the enchantment luck, perhaps? 20 coal from that. It's not bad, but I would think that it might have been a little bit more than that, but I don't know. I don't know what the average is for the fortune enchantment, and I'm not going to dig into all the math to try and discover that. But one thing we can do is we can go ahead and mine those diamonds at last down in the bottom of the ravine there. And I'll go and grab those ones in the mine shaft along the way. And we'll sort of assess our diamond situation a little bit. So I believe the diamonds were over here. Yep. Fill that in. One thing I noticed, and this is while I was playing some multiplayer Minecraft with Mondo, is that the void fog is gone. It was removed in 1.8, so no more void fog when you're down low, which is really nice for stuff like this. 3 diamonds. 2. What was that? 3. That was 2. And that was 1. So 11 more diamonds from that vein. So I guess now what we'll do is we'll head up and check out the mine shaft again. I may have to cut to find the diamonds and find out exactly where they were at. But if we can collect those as well, then we should be in good shape. And I need to go up here. This is the way out. That looked to be 3 or 4. And there's also some redstone down here that we can get. See how fortune does on redstone. Nice. It's actually really good. This is going to be so much more awesome than just mining things out and getting one per. The fact that we're going to get way more, like already out of these 3 redstone veins, we have over a stack of redstone. It is really magical getting those first enchantments back. So, that's our first foray into enchanting. Ooh, gold, I want that. I want to get gold to make a notch apple for the achievements. And I was pretty close to having enough, if I recall, when I looked at it last time. So maybe next episode we'll be able to make a notch apple. That was a big redstone vein. Oh my. And some more lapis. 28 of that. So I think what we should do now is probably head back to base and probably call it an episode, to be honest, because we've pretty much used up our time here, but it's been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed this episode. I mean, the enchanting stuff, I don't totally get it yet, but I can tell that it seems better. Again, it's kind of hard to tell though, because it seems like it's a lot harder to get good enchantments, and beyond that, you know, the enchantments don't change anymore. But also at the same time, it's improved in a sense that you know one of the enchantments you're going to get, and it costs less levels, though the experience points scale more now, so there's good and bad, I guess, to it, is what I'm trying to say here. But hopefully, as I learn it more, we'll be able to properly understand it and get consistently good equipment, and we don't get another looting 1 diamond sword. I'm not really still entirely sure what I'm going to do with that. I may have to go back and visit our villager buddy and get some enchanted books. And speaking of enchanted books, I have no clue how that works now either with the anvil. And we'll probably have to look into getting one of those going at some point. I'm not overly worried about it now, but definitely into the future we're going to want to think about getting an anvil going. A perfect half a stack of diamonds. 37 and 36. I don't think that's quite enough yet to make a notch apple, because 4 would be 40, and then that would leave 33. Yeah, 33. 40 and 33. That's actually just enough to make a notch apple. I'm going to go ahead and smelt this gold and make a notch apple. Why not? We'll be doing that this episode too. But yeah, very interesting. That is quite enchanting, I have to say. It's got me thinking a lot. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I know I have, learning about this new stuff. I think off camera what I'm going to work on is setting up the branch mine. Oh right, yeah, we didn't even pick out a spot for that. Let me see. Where would be a good spot for the branch mine? I kind of don't want it to interface with the entrance here. So I'm thinking kind of maybe putting it, I could put it down there, which was where I was thinking about initially putting it, sort of down here. But I don't know. I kind of think that while it would be out of the way here, it might interface with my plans later. Actually, yeah, let's build it here. So what Y level are we at now? 39. I do want to kind of keep it level, at least though, with this, if I can. We can sort of build it down from here. There we go. And I'll continue the staircase down off camera and begin a sort of branch mine, I guess. And hopefully I'll get some more supplies that way. I'm thinking off camera I'm gonna possibly start and clear out the mine shaft and that ravine over that way. Might also do some branch mining, do a little bit of farming, and try and get some more levels together so that next episode we might be able to enchant some more stuff and figure a few things out. I may make some more picks to help me get some things done. Yeah, there's going to be 1 gold to spare with that. Do I have an apple? That's the question. Don't think I have an apple. Of all the things to be missing, unless I have one up here, I do not believe I have an apple, so we might not be able to make the notch apple. And I don't think any of the villagers are offering apples, so that quest may have to wait. Something's worrying me a little bit. So unless I have an apple in here... Nope. I do not have an apple, so we cannot make a notch apple, unfortunately. So next episode we'll try and do that too. Speaking of the achievement situation, what are the next ones to do here? We need to do repopulation, when pigs fly, the cake, because I don't have everything for that yet, sniper door, the notch apple obviously, the diamonds to you achievement. We can't do this one until we go to the nether. And obviously we can't do anything from this. But all in due course. So I'm thinking next episode what I'd like to do is kind of see how we're doing supply wise, and then maybe work on making this staircase into something here so that I don't have to jump up and down all the time. That might be something to think about doing. But we'll see. It's been a lot of fun though figuring out this with the enchantments here. It's a lot of coal, and I just know we're going to have a heck of a lot more to come. So I guess I'll put this gold away for now. Look at that, 37 diamonds. Nice. Coming along nicely there. So I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, guys, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, see you later, and have a good day.